Ooh. Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. I've gone wrong. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Empress of Mars box set from Warlord Games for the Doctor Who Exterminate miniatures game. Woohoo! I wanted to get a whole bunch of the Ice Warriors. They did this set, which is the Empress and Friday with his Teapot, and then they did a box set of Ice Warriors, sort of to have to bulk up as a force. But I kind of had to limit what I was spending this month on Doctor Who, so I got what I could with the budget as it was. So I got the 11th Doctor, I got a TARDIS, which you just saw, and I got some Vashta Narada, which I really wanted, and then I just picked up Empress of Mars, which kind of just nudged me over the threshold for getting a £10 discount. And here we are. All of the Doctor Who miniatures come in these groovy plastic trays with the Gallifrey icon, which is nice. And you get a little packing slip to say, oh, hi Ronnie. Ronnie packed this for me. And then, cards. Everything comes with cards now. All of the new sets come with cards, and all of the old sets that didn't have cards before, because they were more for collectors, also now have cards. Cards. Here's Friday. I love this model. I just think it's brilliant. Look, he's got a teapot. It's fantastic. It's a really cool model. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. It's a cool model. It's very clean. Single piece, which is always good. It's not, it's detailed, but it's not got a lot of companies like Games Workshop go crazy with the detailing, and that can be intimidating for people painting. But on this, even though a lot of the detail is smaller, because the miniatures are smaller and in a smaller non-heroic scale, there's still, there's nothing too intimidating in terms of painting. Yeah, these are good miniatures for painting, really, especially if you're not really into the painting side of things. And obviously not having to do any assembly is a big bonus. And obviously being Doctor Who related is a big bonus too. So that's Friday with his teapot. And this is the Empress of Mars, Iraxxa. This is a cool model. This is really cool. I think they've done a really good job of sort of capturing her stance and her sort of arrogant posing. It's really cool. There's I don't know if that's going to come out on camera, but there's some nice sort of ribbing down on the cloak. It's sort of like a textured cloak. It's not a smooth cloak. It's really interesting. Very cool. Cool miniature. You. What? Make me a cup of tea. Did I mention that I've gone a bit wrong? Let's have a look at some cards. There she is. Ooh. There we go. Right, so this is her character card. Wounds 2, unique ram, immune to pain, hunter, force commander for Ice Warriors. Yep, cool. All good stuff. Handy, a little bit shooty. She has an enhanced sonic compression gun and a short and an improvised weapon. Short-ranged energy integral. Cool. Shooty. Sleep no more, my warriors. Yeah, so in the Doctor Who Miniatures game, you get character cards and you build your force with these character cards. I've done numerous videos on the Doctor Who Miniatures game where I go into sort of detail on the how you build your army using these cards and things like that. So do please consider checking those out if you haven't, and if you want to know more about how these cards work. If this is your first look at Doctor Who Exterminate miniatures and the associated cards, and this all seems a little bit random. yeah, that's what it's all about. You build your army with these rather than using points. You'll sort of say, okay, we're going to build an army with 5 cards, and then you pick 5 cards, and then you also get to have a hand of adventure cards, which are these cards, which give you sort of one-off benefits during the course of the game. But like I say, I've covered all of that in other videos, so please consider having a look at those other ones, because apparently I'm supposed to do that all the time. Smash that like button, subscribe, and etc. Where was I? Sleep no more, my warriors. Discard this card before any initiative rolls to give Iraxxa's faction a free Ice Warrior recruitment card. The 2 Ice Warriors may be placed within 2 inches of Iraxxa. They may not be placed within 2 inches of an enemy character. Oh, that's cool. So she can, she's summon in some more Ice Warriors. Wake them up. As you do. My Sentinel. If Friday is within 2 inches of Iraxxa, he may take a wound token instead of her if she suffers an Exterminate result. Oh, that's nice. Only for Friday. It's got that Friday feeling. Imperial Command. Discard this card to remove all under fire tokens from all Ice Warriors within 4 inches of Iraxxa. Yep, keep them going, keep them ticking. Hey, there he is. Here's his card. Friday. Yep. Wounds 2, unique, ram, immune to pain, hunter, agent. So, more of the same really. He has the sonic compression gun. Short-ranged, energy-based integral weapon. Oh look, Gargantua. Discard this card to request fire support from an Ice Warrior spacecraft weapons battery to clear an obstacle. Nominate 1 obstacle or wall terrain piece at the start of the friendly shooting phase and remove it from the board. That is fantastic. That's really interesting. 1 obstacle or wall terrain piece, remove it. That can really mess with your opponents. If they've all got a really valuable unit hiding behind a wall, you can just blow the wall up. That's fantastic. It just happens. It's at the start of the friendly shooting phase. So at the start of the friendly shooting phase, you remove an obstacle, and then you get a whole round of shooting with unobstructed shooting. That's brilliant. That's a really funny card, and really, that can really ruin someone's day. But then I suppose coming across an army of Ice Warriors will ruin your day, regardless of whether they're going to blow up the wall you're hiding behind. So there we go. I believe this was $7.99 for these 2 miniatures, which isn't a bad price for metal miniatures. I mean, you get the cards, you get 2 metal miniatures, which are really nicely made. The prices aren't awful for Doctor Who miniatures games. The thing is, every piece is a hero piece mainly. I mean, there are packs of like Sontaran warriors and Ice Warriors which aren't. But even then, the nature of the game means that miniatures quite often stay on the field. It's quite difficult to exterminate characters. So you know, honestly, you kind of, you know, every piece that you add to the board. It's not like, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Well, I do know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying it really badly. In a game like Age of Sigmar or Warhammer 40,000, which I do like, you add a single model. It's more like a wound counter. You know, models get taken off the field quite rapidly. In this game, models tend to stick around a little bit more, and therefore battles tend to be on a slightly smaller scale. You have less miniatures in a team. It's more of a skirmish level game, and when you put your money down on a character or even a unit, like a squad of Ice Warriors, you don't feel like you've paid a lot of money just for something that gets taken off the board in the first round of every game. Things stick around, and you kind of feel like they've changed the way the game plays, and they've really made a difference to your force. And that's good. That's all good. And that's a skirmish game thing. That's the same with all skirmish games, really. You know, every single piece you add to your skirmish warband for whatever game it is significantly changes everything. And that's a cool thing. That's what I really like, skirmish games, and I really like this game. Hey, what? This video's over. Okay. Bye everybody. Bye bye.